Welcome to Full-Time Filmmaker. I'm Jake Weisler and our team is stoked to have you be a part of this amazing course. Parker Landon and I are doing our best to make sure that Full-Time Filmmaker covers every possible thing you need to excel as a content creator. And I get emails and DMs daily about how I excel to where I am now. So in this video, I'll be telling you my story about how I got to where I am today and my advice to you all who are trying to grow as a filmmaker. And that's not to say that I've made it. I still have a long way to go and a lot of things that I want to work on. But I do believe that a crucial part of success is learning from the ones that came before you. So where did I start? Well, sophomore year of high school, my dad bought our family an iMac. My little brother Josh and I started messing around with the webcam and iMovie and creating little skits for our family. We had a good time and it made my family laugh, so then we tried using the family camcorder, and once my dad saw that we really loved doing this, he took us to Target and bought us a Canon Rebel T2i. We took it home that day and created a funny little skit about how to kill a kidnapper. I know, super weird. Then Josh and I started a YouTube channel and just started having fun with creating comedy skits. And as I progressed through high school, we made more filmmaking friends and started creating short films, dramas, and skits that we would even submit to film contests. It was the best hobby ever, and we had so much fun every week pushing ourselves to create the next viral video. When I graduated high school, I moved to Arizona, which is where I met my wife. I then took a small break from filmmaking and went on a 2-year mission trip for my church. Those 2 years really helped me grow up, fall in love with helping people, and helped me find new passions and strengths in myself. When I got back, I honestly had zero intention to ever pick up a camera. I didn't think it was a lucrative business. I didn't think I was that good at it. And I was about to propose to my wife and just didn't think that my camera would be able to provide for my new family. Anyways, a few months after I got back, a friend of mine asked me to film their wedding. I told them no a couple of times because I just had no idea what I would do for them. Then they offered me $400, and as a broke, newly engaged college kid, that was like $1 million to me. So I filmed this wedding on my old Canon T2i, and honestly, while it wasn't the prettiest video, I had so much fun doing it. I loved connecting with the couple, I loved the energy, and I also loved that I got $400 for it. That one tiny wedding in Gilbert, Arizona influenced me enough to keep trying. I moved to Utah to be with my wife as she went to college, and I myself enrolled in a few night classes. Over the next 4 months, I would reach out to as many friends as I could and offer to do video work for them. I tried proposals, I tried commercials, I tried weddings, I tried promotional videos, anything I could get my hands on to get better, but it still wasn't working for me. I knew that I needed a new camera desperately, but I was a month shy of getting married, I was already broke, and it just wasn't in the cards. So that month, I saw an ad for Full-Time Filmmaker, and that was the very first time where I'd ever heard of Parker Walbeck. Obviously, I couldn't afford his course, but I dove into his webinar, watched it 3 times, took notes, watched all of his YouTube videos, followed him on every social media platform, anything I could to learn. I tried applying some of his tips into small videos, but what stuck with me from his webinar was that if I wanted others to invest in me, I needed to be willing to invest in myself. That month, he needed extras for a music video, and I reached out and volunteered, and he let me tag along. To say I was fanboying is a understatement. But as I was watching Parker film this music video, I just couldn't help but realize how similar our setups were. Sure, his camera was slightly bigger and his lens, but for the most part, that was it. He was making money off of just his camera and his skills, and that inspired me a ton. So I called my dad, asked for a loan, and with a few $1,000s, I bought a 5D Mark IV, a 24-70, and Full-Time Filmmaker. Best 3 purchases I've ever made. That summer, I poured everything I had into videography. I dropped out of college, annoyed everyone in my area who could possibly need video, and started creating my portfolio. Within just 3 months, I was making triple my day jobs were paying me, so I quit those as well, and the day I became a full-time filmmaker was the most surreal day ever. It was a little stressful, a little uncertain and scary, but I just felt liberated. I texted Parker and told him that I just went full-time, and he had me come to one of his shoots and tell him my story. Parker expressed to me that day that he had a lot of needs in his business and that he would love to bring me on part-time to fill them. Part-time turned to full-time, Full-Time Filmmaker continued to grow, and the rest is history. So there's my story in a nutshell. It probably sounds a lot easier than it was when I'm telling it back, but growth is never easy. And I want to leave you with just a little piece of advice, and I'll try not to preach at you, but if I were to leave you with one piece of advice, it would be this: be determined not discouraged. This industry is booming. This industry is very competitive, yet this industry still has major needs for content creators. Back then, but even now, I would compare my work to others and get discouraged. I would see how beautiful their shots were, how nice their equipment was, how many followers they had, how many comments and likes they received, how many years they've been doing it. And I would beat myself up about it, and it would send me into this creative funk where I would literally think to myself, what's the point? Why try if someone's done it already? And it was my father who told me to be determined. When I get discouraged, he would say to flip that into a determination to be better, to work harder, learn more, and try again until I got better. That has shaped every decision I've made as an entrepreneur. I'll see videographers and filmmakers crushing it, and instead of giving into my first initial thought of wow, I suck, now I say to myself, dang, that's dope, I'm going to do that. I can do that. That mindset's helped me create my brand, improve my wedding films, diversify my portfolio, land higher paying clients, take on more responsibility inside a full-time filmmaker, and improve my overall work ethic. Because at the end of the day, you guys, the choice is yours. You can choose to be discouraged, or you can choose to be determined. So what will you choose? Anyway, I'm excited to have you in this course. This course is for you. So please email me at jake@fulltimefilmmaker.com if the course is lacking anything that you want. We make new videos every single week, new tutorials, and your requests can easily be one of them. But that's it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any further questions, please let us know.